Hello everyone, and welcome to Mind Matters. Abuse by narcissists doesn't just affect the person who is abused. It can also change the whole atmosphere of a home, leaving long psychological and emotional marks. Here is a more in-depth look at how this sneaky form of abuse can change the way a family works and feels. There is a lot of fear and stress in the home because family members don't want to upset the narcissist or make them angry, so they keep quiet. You may feel criticized all the time, or get very angry over small things like daily tasks or jobs. This setting can make you anxious and make you feel like you're never safe or at ease at home. People who are abused by narcissists often start to question their own thoughts and feelings because the narcissists are always trying to control the situation. Stress doesn't just affect the mind. It can also affect the body, causing headaches and stomach aches to happen often. Outsiders might not think anything is wrong, even though there is a lot of trouble, because narcissists often put on a nice front in public. Victims may start to withdraw from society to escape conflict, which makes the cycle of abuse even stronger. To get help and break out of this bad loop, it's important to notice these signs as soon as possible. 2. Clutter and chaos. Living conditions can become chaotic when someone is abused by a narcissist. This could show up as chaos, hoarding, or even too much stuff, showing how the narcissist's behavior is making them feel inside. It may look like the house is a mess, with piles of things everywhere because of the stress and distractions that come from being emotionally manipulated all the time. People who are going through this find it hard to keep things in order because their energy is being used up by the ongoing mental fight. This kind of chaos can also affect the relationships in your home, making things tense and out of sync. 3. Isolation and withdrawal. People who are abused by narcissists may pull away from social interactions, which can make them feel alone at home. The narcissist may also keep their victim away from family and friends on purpose to stay in charge. This withdrawal can happen slowly as the victim starts to question their own worth and skills because they are constantly criticized and manipulated. They might feel too embarrassed or ashamed to talk about their situation with other people, which would make them feel even more alone. Over time, the victim may lose interest in friends and social activities, becoming more and more reliant on the narcissist for approval and company. It's important to know these signs if you want to help the victim rebuild their social life and sense of self-worth. 4. Controlling and manipulating others. Narcissists are in charge of everything in the home, from the funds to the daily tasks. They might change things to keep their power and control over other people in the house. This can include making decisions without asking others what they think or what they need, which can make family members feel useless and dependent. People who are abused by narcissists may constantly question the decisions they make and feel like they have to give in to their requests to avoid conflict. The tricks used to trick someone can be subtle but persistent, slowly destroying their sense of independence and self-confidence. If you want to break out of the cycle of control and become independent and assertive again, you should notice these patterns early on. 5. Gaslighting and confusion. Gaslighting is a trick used to make people question their own thoughts and reality. It can make the home a confused and unstable place to be. The people who are manipulated in this way may feel lost and unsure of themselves. The narcissist may reject or twist facts, put the blame on the victim for things that aren't their fault, or say that their feelings and experiences aren't real. Over time, being pushed down all the time can make you lose faith in your own judgment and become more confused about what is real and what isn't. Victims of gaslighting need to be able to recognize the behaviors in order to get back to reality and trust themselves again. This will help them break free from the narcissist's control and get help to rebuild their sense of self. 6. Emotional turmoil. Constant criticism, putting down, or insulting comments are examples of emotional abuse that make the home a very upsetting place to be. Friends and family may feel anxious, depressed, and have low self-esteem because of this. It's hard for victims to feel good about themselves or their skills when they are constantly being put down and told mean things. Long-term stress like this hurts mental health by making simple tasks seem impossible and making daily interactions scary for fear of being criticized again. People in the family may start to take the bad feelings personally and start to think they are useless or unable. To break free from the cycle of abuse and get help rebuilding mental strength and self-worth, you need to be able to see this pattern. 7. Enmeshment and role confusion. In narcissistic homes, the lines between family members may not be clear, which can cause enmeshment and role confusion. The narcissist may expect the children to meet their wants or act like them. This can stop people from growing in a healthy way and make them feel guilty or obligated for not living up to unrealistic standards. The narcissist may see family members as extensions of themselves and manage what they do and how they make decisions to stay in charge. Lack of personal limits can make it hard for children and partners to find their own identities without the narcissist's influence, which can slow down emotional growth and independence. 8. Neglecting or overcompensating for physical harm. Have you ever thought about how some people seem to be too focused on themselves? This kind of selfish behavior can have a big effect on the people around them. For example, someone might avoid housework or maintenance when they are focused on their own wants and needs. This is an example of physical neglect. In public or social situations, on the other hand, they may do anything to keep up a perfect image and hide any flaws. It can be frustrating to live with this kind of behavior. Important jobs like repairs may not get done, and the house may not stay clean. They often act like they care more for show than for real. This trend can make things tense at home, where balance seems hard to find. Narcissistic behaviors aren't always easy to spot. Sometimes, it's the quiet way that someone puts themselves before others that wears down a family. Not only is it physical, but it's also mental. If you live with someone who is always trying to be perfect on the outside, you might feel like you're not worth much. Being aware of these trends helps us figure out when someone is being too self-centered. It's about how it affects their relationships in a deeper way. You can deal with problems and protect your needs in a narcissistic setting if you know what to look out for. 9. Loss of trust. In homes where someone is narcissistically cruel, trust often breaks down. Because narcissists are so good at manipulating people, family members may become wary of each other or find it hard to trust their own judgment. 10. Effects on children. Kids who grow up in narcissistic homes may have trouble controlling their emotions, making good relationships, and dealing with unresolved family issues as adults. 11. Instability with money. Narcissistic abuse can also make the family's money unstable. The narcissist might be in charge of money or make hasty choices about money that hurt the whole family. 12. The loop of abuse. Narcissistic abuse tends to repeat itself in a loop if no one steps in to stop it. Children who see or experience abuse may behave in ways that are similar in their own homes or relationships as adults. 13. Less time spent on self-care. People who are abused by narcissists often forget to take care of themselves because they are too busy dealing with the narcissist's demands and emotional outbursts. This can cause health problems and long-term stress. 14. Resistance to change. When people try to make changes in the way things work in a home where a narcissist is cruel, the narcissist often fights back or makes things worse, which keeps things the same. Lastly, seeking healing. The first step to healing and making your home safer and better is to recognize the signs of narcissistic abuse. Rebuilding trust, setting limits, and improving mental health can be helped a lot by therapy and support networks. To get out of the grip of narcissistic abuse and create a safe place where people can heal and grow, it's important to understand how it changes a home. To get a sense of safety and peace back in the home, it's important to notice the signs early and get help. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. That way you'll get notified of our next post. Also, to learn more about many other interesting topics, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.